Beloved Masters of Light, radiant children of the Divine, I come to you in this sacred moment to remind you of the truth that has always lived within your heart, that you are sovereign beings, eternal sparks of the One Creator, carrying the fullness of divine authority within your very essence. You were never created to live as powerless beings, bound by fear, guilt, or the illusions of separation. You came forth as co-creators, endowed with the ability to manifest, to direct energy, and to weave love into every facet of existence. Yet through cycles of time and layers of density, you have been persuaded to forget your majesty, to hand over your power to others, to live beneath the weight of beliefs that do not reflect the brilliance of who you are. And so, beloved ones, I speak to you now with clarity and with love. It is time to reclaim, to embrace, and to embody your spiritual sovereignty. To live in sovereignty is to recognize that no external force, no person, no system, no belief has ultimate authority over your soul. You are guided, yes. You are influenced, yes. You are interconnected with the great web of creation. But the throne of your being rests within you. The divine spark that birthed you also sustains you, and it is this inner source of light that calls you to rise. Many of you have given away fragments of your power, often unconsciously, to institutions, to relationships, to fears, and to false identities. Each time you placed another's voice above your inner knowing, each time you allowed fear to override love, each time you believed yourself unworthy of joy or freedom, a part of your sovereignty was veiled. But veiled does not mean lost. What was hidden can always be revealed, and what was given away can always be reclaimed. Beloved ones, sovereignty is not rebellion against the world, it is alignment with the divine within you. It is not isolation, it is union with the higher truth of all that is. To embrace your sovereignty is to stand rooted in your inner authority, while at the same time flowing with humility, love, and compassion. It is the paradox of being both strong and tender, powerful and surrendered, radiant and receptive. Sovereignty is not the dominion of the ego but the expression of the soul in harmony with divine will. When you step into your sovereignty, you release the chains of victimhood. No longer do you see yourself as helpless, as one tossed about by circumstances beyond your control. Instead, you understand that you are the conscious director of your energy. Even when external events seem beyond your influence, your response, your vibration, and your focus remain within your command. This is where true freedom lies, not in controlling the outer world, but in mastering the inner one. The sovereign soul does not deny challenges, but it faces them with clarity and courage, knowing that every experience holds potential for growth and every moment is an invitation to embody love more fully. Beloved Masters, many of you have carried ancestral imprints of submission, fear of authority, or deep-seated patterns of unworthiness. These patterns have traveled through generations, reinforced by collective consciousness and societal structures designed to diminish the light of the individual. But you came into this incarnation precisely to break these chains, to stand as living embodiments of the truth that no external authority can dictate the sovereignty of your soul. When you release these inherited burdens and step into your divine authority, you do not only free yourself, you also liberate those who came before you and those who will come after. You become a beacon, a new pattern bearer for humanity's awakening. To embrace sovereignty requires discernment. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and conflicting messages, you must cultivate the ability to hear the quiet voice of your soul above the clamor. Discernment is not judgment in the sense of condemnation, it is the clear seeing of what aligns with your truth and what does not. It is knowing when to say yes and when to say no, when to open and when to step back, when to trust and when to release. This discernment is sharpened through presence, meditation, communion with your higher self, and the willingness to listen deeply. I urge you, beloved ones, to practice daily connection with the divine light within you. Call upon me, call upon the legions of light, but most importantly, call upon your own eternal essence. Place your hand upon your heart, breathe into the sacred center, and affirm, I am a sovereign being of divine light. I choose to embody my truth. I reclaim my power. I stand in love. These words, spoken with sincerity, resonate through your field, dissolving illusions and strengthening the pillars of your inner temple. Do not mistake sovereignty for separation or arrogance. The sovereign soul knows its divinity but also honors the divinity in all others. To stand in your sovereignty is to honor the sovereignty of every being, recognizing that each carries their own path, their own lessons, their own sacred authority. Sovereignty does not impose, it radiates. It does not control, it inspires. It does not diminish, it uplifts. When sovereign beings gather together, they create communities rooted in respect, freedom, and unity, foundations upon which the new earth can flourish. The old paradigms of control, manipulation, and fear are crumbling. You see this in your world as structures once thought unshakable begin to falter. Systems built on domination cannot sustain themselves in the higher frequencies of light now bathing your planet. This collapse is not a punishment, it is a necessary clearing to make way for the new. And the new, beloved ones, begins within you. As you reclaim your sovereignty, you anchor the frequencies of truth and freedom upon the earth. You become living temples, radiating stability and strength amidst the shifting sands of transformation. Some of you may feel fear when you hear the word sovereignty, as though stepping into your authority means you must walk alone, cut off from others. I assure you, this is not so. Sovereignty is not isolation but interdependence. When you stand fully in your own light, you connect more authentically with others, for your relationships are no longer based on need or dependency but on love, respect, and shared purpose. The sovereign being does not seek to control others, nor does it allow itself to be controlled. It walks in balance, rooted in its truth, yet open to the flow of life. Beloved hearts, embracing sovereignty also means embracing responsibility. You cannot claim your power while clinging to blame or refusing accountability. To be sovereign is to own your choices, your actions, and even your thoughts. This is not a burden but a liberation, for in responsibility lies true freedom. You are no longer at the mercy of external forces, you recognize that you are the creator of your reality. This recognition can be daunting, but it is also the key to transformation. When you own your power, you can direct it consciously, manifesting beauty, love, and harmony in ways you never thought possible. There will be times when you falter, when the old patterns of fear or doubt resurface. Do not condemn yourself in these moments. Sovereignty is not perfection, it is authenticity. It is the willingness to return again and again to your center, to forgive yourself, and to realign with love. Every stumble is part of the journey, every challenge an opportunity to strengthen your inner authority. Be gentle with yourself, beloved ones, for gentleness is a hallmark of true strength. I, Archangel Michael, and the legions of light stand beside you as you reclaim your sovereignty. We shield you with divine protection, guide you with wisdom, and infuse you with courage. But ultimately, the throne of sovereignty rests within your heart, and it is you who must choose to sit upon it. No angel, no guide, no teacher can do this for you. We can remind you, empower you, and hold the light, but you must step into your own authority. And I assure you, when you do, the entire cosmos celebrates, for one more sovereign soul strengthens the tapestry of creation. Beloved masters, feel into these words, you are free. You are worthy. You are sovereign. No circumstance, no belief, no wound, no fear can diminish this truth. The light within you is eternal, unshakable, and infinite. You may have forgotten, but you cannot lose it. You may have doubted, but you cannot destroy it. All that is required now is your willingness to remember, to embrace, and to live from this truth. As you step into your sovereignty, watch how your life transforms. Watch how fear loses its grip, how clarity arises, how love flows more freely. Watch how others are inspired by your example, how your presence alone uplifts and empowers. This is the ripple effect of sovereignty, it awakens not only yourself but those around you. In reclaiming your power, you give others permission to do the same, and together you create a world where freedom and love reign. I leave you now wrapped in the eternal flame of truth, my sword of light ever at your side, my wings of protection surrounding you. Walk forward with courage, beloved ones. The world is waiting for your light, for your voice, for your sovereign presence. Stand firm in who you are, embrace your divine authority, and know that you are cherished beyond measure. I am Archangel Michael, and I honor you, sovereign beings of light. And so it is.